Our friend Mr. Fred Smoot joins the program. What's up, Smoot?
That
How are you,
Fred
buddy?
theme song?
Hey, well, what's up, fellas? How you doing, man?
Your theme song is Shots?
Well, you know what, BMitch? We took a couple of last night, in honor of the Firefighter. So, why not, Lil John? A little John to do everybody good.
I'll be honest. I think the former player that I know that likes shots the most might be Portis. Nobody, remember when he would bring that, like, the tray of shot roulette out at the Skins dinners?
Yeah.
Those were dangerous.
Yeah,
man.
You run away from those.
No, I don't know, JP. I would one up you with the John Riggins right there. I one up you.
Something about burgundy and gold running backs, man. Fred, how you been, man? I feel like I haven't talked to you in a while. I know you guys had the great event last night. How'd it go?
That was a good event, man.
Man, it was so surreal. I think me and BMitch sat there and went through this emotional roller coaster where we laughed, we kind of cried.
I started sweating and stuff.
Yeah, it was just like I say, it was surreal. I think it was so real that I don't think people understand the length that firefighters go through. I think when we hear the word firefighter, all we think about is burning buildings. But when they got to jump in the Potomac, when they have to go to a restaurant and rescue a little girl, that hand is caught in a meat grinder.
Yeah, I was telling that story, bro. That shook me, dog.
No, it shook me. It's like the things that they go through, the things that they do. I have to give like their wife, their husband, all the props in the world because I couldn't fathom my mate coming home every night and telling me different stories of all the stuff that they have to go through every day.
Yeah, that was. I mean. And it was like DC Fire and EMS, and they had a lot of people being recognized for doing some amazing things, bro.
That's crazy.
Listen, I went there like, oh, yeah, we're going to go here and do this little MC thing, man. You get caught. Emotional. Yeah. He's right. Emotional roller coaster, bro.
For sure. Fred, transitioning kind of to the football team, right? Fred Smoot joining us via the Rude Guest Hotline, the most reliable HVAC products in the DMV. You can always give Fred a follow on X at FSmoot21, Sean T. Some news today. They signed Josh Johnson to be the third-string quarterback. It's going to be Johnson's second time with Washington. Last year, he backed up Lamar. Third-string QB is not going to really make waves. I'm cool with it. How do you feel?
Josh Johnson is a feline. He has 9, 10, 11 lives. He's played for legitly, like, I think all 32 teams at some point in his career. So I applaud him. He never gave up. He kept living his dream. And the one thing I do is, in Peters, I trust. Like, I think this fan base has been scarred so much. So when we do get somebody in that knows how to do their job, we kind of second guess them. We kind of wonder what's going on. Well, I'm not doing that. Like, once you got a brain trust in there, once you got some guys in there that know what they're doing, I'm going to trust what they're doing. And Peters has earned my trust.
Do you think that the work with Lamar may be partially a reason why they bring him in?
Oh, good one right there. Like, yeah, when you bring in older quarterbacks, when you know you got your franchise quarterback, you're bringing them in for him to pick their brain, for him to learn from them. And, yeah, BMitch, I think this right on line. Like, I've seen teams do this a lot. I've never understood. Like, last year, I didn't understand why Kenny Pickett was backing up Jalen Hurts. It was like two different quarterbacks doing two different things. You have to change the offense when he comes in. But I think this one was more of, let's bring some more knowledge in here. Let's take our guy to the next level. Nobody can tell him about the ups and downs of the NFL more than Josh Johnson. Nobody can like get in his shoes like Josh Johnson. Like, so we got Mariota, who was taking number 2. Our guy was taking number 2. Mariota won the Heisman. Our guy won the Heisman. So there was like a complete clone of each other. I think they learned from that.
Yeah, I think that's a really good point, B. And I think they like Driscoll. Driscoll got some real money from the Texans to go back up Stroud. And I think this kind of just keeps it moving. Johnson's got a hell of an arm. He can throw all the routes when you're in camp, whatever it is you need to do. Fred, obviously the offseason's over. I think the two big acquisitions, right, are trades for Debo and Tunsil. Tunsil's the more important acquisition. Anytime you get a franchise left tackle, that matters. But, I'm excited to see Debo in Cliff Kingsbury's offense. How do you land on those two moves?
First of all, let's be honest. We don't see left tackles. I think the football gods shined on us. They remember the Trent Williams trade. And here go the thing about it. Peters was over there when he fleeced us of Trent Williams. And now he fleeces the Texans of Laramie Tunsil. So this is something that he's known to do. He said this year, I think he literally said it in this, and said, I'd rather have a known commodity instead of an unknown commodity. The one thing that I think people really get over their skis about when it comes to the draft is draft position. Like, everybody think because we draft in the top 10, it's guaranteed to be a baller. That ain't the way the NFL goes. I can find me a baller in the 7th round. I can find me an undrafted guy. Like, we don't know what a guy's going to be until we get him around other guys that of their caliber. So what I try to tell people and I warn people about when it comes to the draft is relax. Understand that most of these guys won't be ready to play. And also, remember this when you think about the draft. It's not about just this year. We got some guys from last year that's going to mature and step up and make plays.
Yeah. Like, I think you mentioned this a couple of times. Like left tackles and quarterbacks don't become available.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Trent was one that left here, and he's still playing at a high level. Tulsa could be the same guy. The fact that the same GM has some familiarity with both moves, I'm kind of believing that he's going to be okay.
It's a very weird center of that Venn diagram.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? People that have traded for Trent Williams and traded for Laramie Tunsil.
I don't believe in coincidences, and they say lightning never strikes twice in the same place, but I know a man that got struck by lightning 4 times, so it happened.
Who's that man?
Willie Smith the fifth.
Hey, he gonna get struck one more time.
Yeah.
His name's the fifth.
You got to round it out.
They gonna be calling him lightning strike 5 times.
Talking with our friend Fred Smoot here on the Rude Guest Hotline. Of course, Fred, former Washington Redskin. Smoot, what do you think about the Debo move?
Man, I love the Debo move. I just think he's a Swiss Army knife. And as a defensive player, he's what we call an alert player, similar to when BMitch played. When they come into the game, we have to alert that they're in the game. We don't know where they're going to line up at. We don't know how they're going to try to use them. We also don't understand what position he's going to play on the field anytime he's on the field. So when you have a guy like this and you got a quarterback that's equally unpredictable, I think that's the ultimate, piece. Like, when you get these pieces on offense that makes us change how we play defense or make us play honest. Let me just say that. Makes us play honest and make us play bland coverages. Yeah. Like, think about this. With him being a running quarterback that actually throws better than he runs, it makes us, nobody can play man-to-man on him. They can't play two-man on him. They can't turn his back on him. So if Cliff Kingsbury know because of Jaden, they have to play either zone blitz or they have to play straight up cover 4 or cover 3, it limited what they can do, and it puts it put it like this. We dictate the terms now. Like, when we had these inferior quarterbacks, we went in trying to figure out what the defense is doing. Now the defense trying to figure out what we're doing, and they have to play honest. They cannot get exotic. They cannot try to go up above their skis. They have to say, we have to have all 11 eyes on 5. And when you got a Jedi, he can play mind tricks on you.
They got a Jedi, man. That is a huge advantage. We got our friend Fred Smoot on the line.
I think what he just said about having Debo, who you don't know where he's at, and with Jaden, that's going to screw some people up in their coverages. Like we saw for about 3 straight years here, where we were always communicating in the secondary after the ball was snapped. It's going to be people doing that this year.
Sure.
They're not going to know what the hell is going on.
I think no, totally. Fred, it's funny, man. One of the things when we have guests on, I always pull up their stats. And we know you so well, and you've joined us so many times. I always am reminded by how impressed I am. Your rookie season, you grabbed 5 picks, dude. Yeah, that's hard to do, man.
Oh, no. You got to realize I have had the luxury. I walked in a room with 3 yellow jackets, right?
Sure.
Champ Bailey, Dale Green, Deion Sanders. Trying to figure out where am I going to fit in this scenario. But what I did do is I tried to learn from all 3 of them. And one thing that Daryl told me, when you play across from a dominant corner, you need to be ready to take on some passes, make them throw back at us. And I think I did a good job of making them throw back at Champ. making them throw back at Darryl. And I also learned from him. Then I had the luxury of going to Minnesota and being with Antoine Winfield. So then I came back and I played with D'Angelo Hall. I played with Carlos Rogers. So I've always been paired with great corners, and we make them throw back at each other. And that's the thing you want to do, man. Like, and that's why I got so much respect for Mikey Sanders still. The thing that he did, the way that he played, the way that he matured during the year, it was unbelievable to me. But once I got to meet him, it wasn't unbelievable because he's a great guy, first of all, and he understands how to play the cornerback position. It's like baseball. If I go 3 for 10, I'm an all-star. You know, it's a flawed. It's such a flawed position that people will get down on you, just like people got down on St. Juice and got down on Emmanuel Forbes. Like when we get burnt, the world sees it. Like they told me, nobody gonna love you at the corner position, but your girlfriend and your mama. Everybody else hates you. It's up and down.
Hey, you just made me think of something. Last night when they mentioned Fred also played in Minnesota, whole crowd started laughing. I wonder what they were laughing at.
Hey, BMitch, I told him, I joined the Navy at a young age. It's not my fault,
Fred, what do you think about them adding another corner this year? They brought in a veteran from New Orleans. They brought in a veteran from
New
England. But still, do you think they should look to the draft for another corner?
I think Jonathan Jones and I think he's massive. Like nobody wants to. Everybody's looking at that. They're like that's a little signing. That's a big signing. This is a guy that has played in Super Bowl. This is a guy that can play all 3 positions at the corner and can play a little safety. You bring in Will Harris. Don't forget him and Marshawn Lattimore shared time over there at the New Orleans Saints. So now you got some continuity back there. We like the one thing I really do love about what our guys doing. We're going into this draft and we have no glaring needs. We're going in here and saying we're going to take best players available no matter what room it is. And I think as I listen to the sports talk radio, everybody's trying to edge rusher. We're not going into this draft forced to get an edge rusher. Like, did you see last year that we brought Dante Fowler here? He got 10 sacks. We made it to the NFC Championship. Just because a guy does something the year before don't mean it's guaranteed that he's going to do it now. I think they're very optimistic about the way they're doing it, and I believe they're about the sum of the parts. Like individually, if you write us on paper last year, we was not supposed to make the NFC Championship. Yep. But the sum of our parts was so good because we were so well coached, they never worried about it. And they not going to worry about it now. So don't think we're going to go in here and try to trade up and get somebody that, and reach for somebody. We're going to let things fall into our lap. What happened last year? Second round fell into our lap. Like, things happen. I think we're going to be patient, and I think we're going to wait on calls.
See, that's the thing. Like, the part you stated about being coached up. We've talked so many times about being able to develop talent. They proved that last year in 1 year that they're able to do that. If they could keep doing that, then you don't always have to break the bank to try and get good talent. Because there's good talent, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th round. Hell, some guys slip through the cracks just because they went to a smaller school. There may be an undrafted guy that come in here and make your team and ball out for you.
No, it's just like me playing with Antonio Pierce my rookie year. We knew Antonio went undrafted, and we was all wondering how did he go undrafted. He ended up winning the Super Bowl. People ask me about Edge. Do you not forget that Jean Baptiste, he's making waves. Like, they love what he brings to the table. Like, everybody's trying to go out and shop and do other things. Worry about what you got in-house. Worry about development. That's what this team is about. It's about developing in-house, and they understand. And people are like, well, if y'all developing in-house, why are y'all going out and y'all making these trades? We making these trades because the free agent market was not that high this year. The draft is not the draft it was last year. The best way to get better is to poach players from other people's roster, and that's what we did. We took Debo Samuel from the 49ers. We know what he done brought to that. It's more than his talent. It's an energy that he brings to a team. Like Larry Tunsil, they don't grow on trees. I try to tell people all the time, 8 billion people in this world. We ain't found 32 quarterbacks in the same year that can play. Do you know the numbers?
Yeah,
like 8 billion and 32 people? it's unfathomable. So what I say is this: sit back and let grandma cook. Get out that kitchen. She don't want you in there.
There you go.
Such a good way with words, Fred. What position? I know
when he put it like that though, 8 billion people, and you can't find 32 quarterbacks in 1 year,
dude. BMitch.
That's true.
We haven't never had a one season where everybody in the NFL has had a blue chip quarterback. We have never had
You're
that.
right.
We have, and we never will. And it blows my mind because 8 billion people, we can't find 32.
I mean, Fred, beyond that, think about just the quarterbacks in Washington for the last 20 years until Jaden arrived. You know, I mean, it's crazy.
Yeah.
You're right, man.
Yeah.
So I know that you are a little bit of a draft Nick. You kind of keep that private.
I'm a draft guru, and you know what?
I know you really
do love it. I love this year because I haven't been in the draft. Like my mind has not shifted that way. You know, usually I start doing my phantom drafts in November, but we had a ride this year that made me just not care about the draft as much as I used to.
All right, so have you identified who you like this year or not really?
Oh no, I got a lot of guys that I like, man. The one thing about this draft is it's not quarterback heavy. All right? We got 2 quarterbacks in this draft and maybe a Jackson Dart. All right, but the running back draft in this draft is 30 deep. Anytime you have a shift in position like this, I hate to tell the older running backs in the league, it's going to push them out, right? When you bring in 30 new running backs, it's going to push a lot of old running backs out. So there's going to be a position shift. Cornerback is going to be a position shift. I think it's very deep when it comes to the cornerback position and the D tackle position. So it does have its strength. It got a lot of edge rushes in here. Some think, I do Carter. I think he's a dog. You got James Pierce Jr. He's a dog.
You like him?
You got Landon. Yeah, I really do like him. The question with him is his motor. Sometimes his motor is high, sometimes his motor is low.
Sure.
But guess what? I'm fine with that because I think that's a coaching thing. And I believe this coaching staff can get the best out of anybody. Come on. Igbenogany, people had gave up on him. And now he's looked at as a legit starter because coaches nurtured him. Like this is what this coaching staff does. But this draft is unique, and it's unique in a way because it's not a lot of high-end guys, but between picks 25 and 85, they are the same. Like it's so that makes it a deep draft.
You mentioned Landon Jackson, the DN out of Arkansas. I like him a lot.
Yeah.
I also like this kid, Josiah Stewart, out of Michigan a lot. These are probably second, third rounders we're talking about. Are those potential targets for you?
Oh, most definitely. And the thing about it is, if I'm the GM, if I'm Fred Peters, I put that stick shift in reverse. I put that stick shift in reverse, and I trade 29 for more picks in the second and the third. Maybe a team like the New Orleans Saints that wants to pick high and then want to try to come back late in the first round and get a quarterback like Jackson Dart or something. I try to get more picks in the second and third round because that's why I feel like the athletes say it. And when you talk about running back, you got the Travion Henderson, Johnson from Iowa. It's just so many variety of dudes. Like whatever guy you want. I really love Rocket Sanders out of South Carolina. He's a big back, but he's fast. He can get downhill. He understands. Like it's so many guys. So it's about going. It's like going to a buffet and go to Corral. What do you really want?
You know what I really want, Fred, is I want Michael Williams from Georgia. There's just no chance he gets to 29. But that kid,
you know what? I am. The more I watch him, he reminds me of Trayvon Walker. And Georgia
who went number 1 overall.
Yeah, yes, but he also hasn't been Aiden Hutchinson. He hasn't.
Sure.
It's something about the Alabamas of the world and the Georgias of the world. They get all these 5 stars and they continue to be 5 stars, but once they get to the league, it's something missing. It's just something missing. So I would buyer beware when it comes to Williams.
I just think he was playing hurt last year, but I hear you. Smoot, thank you for making time for us, man. Seriously,
brother,
enjoy
man.
it.
Hey, anytime, man. And if I could tell anybody from what we went to last night and what we enjoyed, man, support your local firefighters, man. The things that they do from going into the Potomac to get people out to it's more than the firefighter. They do more than that, and we should support them more, man.
Well
there you
said.
go, brother.
Thank you, Fred. Take care, bud.
Anytime.
All right, Frederick.
Anytime. All right, brother. All right, ball head.